Hey everybody,
Hello.
I am Lynne, known as Awesomism Mom.
Hi, I'm Peyton. I'm a 26-year-old autistic adult, and together we own Team Awesomism LLC.
Yeah, we do. And before we go any further in anything, let me explain why we call it Awesomism. It's not because we think we're awesome. Although I do think Peyton's awesome. It's because ever since Peyton was little, I told him he didn't have autism, he had awesomism, because God made him the awesome one, and the rest of us got stuck being the same. I really wanted Peyton to understand that even though society may think he's different, we're all different, but even though society may try to point that out, he is awesome. So we know, let me be very clear, because I've had parents, one in particular, really come at me and say, there's nothing awesome about this. You don't live with this. I understand that. Life has not always been easy for us for many different reasons. And life isn't always awesome. But you know what? I also know this, that if you train your brain to only look at negative side of things and you never introduce positivity, life is a lot more of a struggle. And both Peyton and I did neurofeedback. And we loved it, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And it was really a game changer for us. And one of the things about neurofeedback is neurofeedback teaches you to retrain your brain away from negativity. And we feel very strongly that if you introduce the positivity into things, the awesomism into your everyday life, your thought process, your actions, how you relate to other people and everything, life becomes easier. We all struggle. Life is struggles, okay? It doesn't matter if you're on the spectrum or not. Life has struggles. And I know it's particularly difficult for autistic adults sometimes because autistic adults have a 75 to 85% unemployment rate. We all know all those statistics. But what we also have to emphasize is there is so much positivity. And what we have to do is find that awesomism in everyday life. When we did our neurofeedback, Peyton, what was your favorite thing about neurofeedback?
Well, when I was trying to move away from our negativity, that helped me forget all the bad stuff, what happened to me and what I'd done before.
Right, and bullying and things like that that had happened. And so it retrains your brain and you can go to sleep easier. And like, I'll find myself sometimes hyper-focusing on a negative situation that happened 10 years ago. Neurofeedback has taught me that I don't have to hyper-focus on that. I can't change that. I can't change what was in the past, but I can make things now better. And so by retraining my brain and focusing on that positivity, that awesomism, I will look at life differently.
Yes, indeed. And don't let the guilt eat you alive. It'll be hard, but you'll get through it.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And Team Awesomism is about focusing on that. It's about helping you get out there and find that awesomism in life. Maybe it is you really love oranges, okay? That can be as simple as this. You really love oranges. You've been to the grocery store. You're really on a tight budget. You can't really afford to buy, fresh fruit right now. So you're just kind of craving an orange. And all of a sudden one day you go and you see a farmer's market and you stop by and somebody has fresh oranges and they're 4 for $1, right? Now you got 4 oranges. That's awesomism. Because now you're going to go home. You're going to cut up that orange. You're going to peel that orange. You're going to cut it up. You're going to eat it in sections. And that's awesomism. Because for that 5 or 10 minutes that you're eating that orange, we want you to say to yourself, this is so good. I so deserve this orange. This really is making me feel good. You kind of laugh. Maybe you put on some good music and you eat that orange. Because now anything before that you were really kind of feeling negative, 10 minutes, you've taken that off of your spectrum in your brain and you've made it more positive. That's awesomism.
It is.
Maybe it's going and sitting on a park bench somewhere and just hearing the nature sounds, seeing beautiful flowers. Okay? That's awesomism.
Or you can watch the fountains, or you watch the waterfall, which I find it very calming for me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's awesomism. Because then while you're watching that fountain, you're saying to yourself, this is relaxing. I feel better. You know, that nonsense that just happened. Somebody just said something ugly to me. I'm not going to keep focusing on that. I'm going to focus on the beauty of the fountain. The water sound is calming, etc. Then all of a sudden, that's awesomism, right?
Yes.
And Peyton really does love fountains and waterfalls. He does. 3 years ago, we traveled through the heartland of America. And it's really kind of funny to me now because if you watch the FIFA, you have seen that during FIFA, this is one of the things that a lot of the people from around the world have said is they love the heartland of America. Like, I'm Dutch. My grandparents were immigrants from the Netherlands. And to watch the Dutch come over here in all their orange, right, left, okay? It was so great, right? That's awesomism. Watching the people dance, laugh, joke, get along. Didn't care where they were from in the world. Didn't care what color skin. Didn't care what religion. They were having fun with each other. They were dancing. That's awesomism. See, you can find awesomism in every single thing you do. You just have to get out there and find it. So when we were traveling around all around the United States in the heartland, we went to a lot of the falls. We went to like Great Falls, Montana. We were in Sioux Falls and all those places. And we took a lot of videos of waterfalls. Didn't we?
Yeah, and I absolutely love visiting Montana and South Dakota.
Yeah.
I was grateful to visit Mount Rushmore. Wow.
Yeah, and then we went up to Montana and we got to see the Glacier National Park, which was just phenomenal.
It was absolutely beautiful. I loved it there.
I do too. See, this is all awesomism. If you can't travel and you can't leave your house, go outside when it's raining. If you have a patio or you have a place you can sit, just record the water. Just record the rain. Just record the sounds of nature. Then at night, turn it on your phone and listen to it. Maybe you're like us and you love country music. Go listen to some country music at night. We listen to Brandon Hodde, Hodde.
Yes.
And Tyler Breakall. These guys are great. They sing amazing songs. They've got phenomenal talent. And it's calming. It's fun. Before you know it, you're singing along like me and Peyton do in the car.
Yeah, we would listen to them all the time while we were driving.
We do. And you know what? We sing along, and the next thing you know, we're laughing about something, and we're remembering something. You know, there is so much awesomism in the world, but we tend to only focus on the negative. And I'm not saying you can ignore the negative, but, you know, there's therapists out there. There's other people that are above my pay grade that can really help you through the negative times. But we're trying really hard to help people who are looking in between a therapist or they can't afford to go to a therapist or whatever. We're trying to help you find that positivity because together we really can make a difference by making the world just a little bit better place. Every single day, there's something awesome. Retrain your brain. If you can't do neurofeedback, we get it. But we're going to try to help you learn other ways to find that awesomism. Retrain your brain into something positivity. Sing a song. Write in a notebook. Have a really good cup of tea. Or, as Peyton's favorite, hot chocolate.
Yes.
One of the things Peyton loves to do, this is awesomism right here. Okay, this is one of the things Peyton loves to do. He loves to take hot chocolate and then figure out how to make it taste different. Like he'll take little peppermints. You know how you're in a restaurant and they have peppermints? He takes the peppermints, he drops them into his hot chocolate. And then he puts a little bit of creamer in it. And at Christmas time, they always put out those like peppermint creamers. Puts a little bit of peppermint creamer and a little bit of whipped cream. And he's got himself a really good cup of hot chocolate that's very soothing, and he drinks it and he has it with a cookie or whatever else, and for 10 minutes his brain is saying, this is yummy, this is good, this is awesome.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of hot chocolate?
My favorite would have to be with the whipping cream and the peppermints. I also like having it with the ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
And marshmallows, too.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, I've had that before a lot of times.
See, be creative. Think of things. So if you're really feeling down and you love hot chocolate like Peyton, think to yourself, what would be a really cool thing to make with hot chocolate tonight? That'll kind of retrain your brain. It'll get you thinking. And the next thing you know, you're feeling better. And then you've got a sense of accomplishment because you've made this really good cup of hot chocolate. You've calmed down. There's so many amazing things that are out there. You just got to find them. And you got to focus on that positivity, and you got to focus on that awesomism. Because awesomism is a state of mind. What would you say is something that you do to really make you feel more calm?
Whenever I sit outside and listen to the green noise, especially, when it comes to stuff like the fountains or when birds are chirping or the winds are blowing outside. And whenever I sit on say you sit on a massage chair, make me feel better and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, like going on walks, be it yourself or your dog.
Yeah, that's great. See? That's great. And you know what? Go get a wind chime.
Yes, that too.
Yeah. If you live in an apartment, you have a balcony, or you live in a house or wherever, get a wind chime. Put the wind chimes maybe by your bedroom if you can. Let the air just kind of put your wind chime. Listen to it. Relax. Calm down. Okay, maybe read a book.
Yeah.
Right? Here's a book we recommend. Okay? This is called The First Year Adventures of Theodore the Newfoundland and His White Socks. Okay? Theodore is a therapy dog. He's a Newfoundland dog. He weighs like 200 pounds. He is the best dog, okay? And he's a therapy dog. This book is so cool inside. And if you get a book like this, you can read it, you can laugh, you can enjoy it, right?
Yes.
Theodore wears bibs. Theodore wears hats. Peyton loves Theodore.
Yeah, he's so funny and cute.
I mean, it's lucky because we live by Theodore, okay? But there's so many cool books out there that you can get. Look at them at night before you go to sleep. Turn off your phones. That's another thing. That's a thing that I really learned through neurofeedback, is that sometimes I was so busy hyper-focusing on what are people saying on Twitter, X. What are people saying on Instagram? What are people saying on Facebook? Then you start getting negative. You start thinking all these negative thoughts. Instead of worrying about that, start thinking about something positive. Read a book. Listen to some music. There in this book, there is a page that makes me laugh so hard. It's this one. Okay, he's got goggles on. Now just start picturing, say you have a dog. Start picturing your dog sitting around with goggles on. These are funny things, right?
Yeah.
This is awesomism. And we at Team Awesomism really want to help you find that awesomism in your life, that positivity, because there's so much negativity out there. And again, I want to emphasize this. We know that there's really a lot that goes with it. Everything isn't just lollipops and rainbows and happiness and everything else. We get that. But if you only focus on that, you're only going to live in that. Start living in the positivity of it and work through it. And sometimes I know that's difficult, but you know what? Every single day when you get up in the morning, say, I am thankful that I am here, and I am here to make one person just a little bit happier today. Here's some little things that you can do. You're shopping, use the cart, you're done with the cart, go put it in the cart corral. That's an act of kindness. Somebody else sees it, they're driving through the parking lot, they smile. The guy that's dragging the carts into the store, he appreciates it. You made his life a little bit easier. Smile at somebody in the grocery store. Say hello. Just smile. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Saying hello to somebody. We were at a farmer's market, a lady fell. Like 5 people ran over there and said, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Thank you, thank you."
Yeah, I was worried about her.
Yeah. And because strangers, complete strangers, cared whether or not she was okay, when she got up, she kind of laughed and said, "Oh, I'm embarrassed." And we said, "Don't be." And we all kind of shared stories of where we've fallen, right? She walked away from there, instead of it being a negative situation where she felt like, "Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed, da da da." She walked away laughing because we were all talking to each other, and she realized that complete strangers cared. It's the little things that you do in life that can change it. It's the little things in life that are the awesomism. Peyton and I wear shirts, we both have them on right now, that say, "Fight for a cause, not for applause." That's exactly what you have to do. Fight to make someone's life a little bit better. You're going to hear so many amazing speakers in this. And Sarah is just amazing. We were so honored to be a part of this. But just remember this. Every single person that comes on here and talks to you, they are all talking from their heart. They're all giving you really good advice, guidance, and support. There's so many good people out there that matter, that care. Ignore the negativity. I know it's not easy. I can't always ignore it. I've had people come at me on social media or to my face, like I said, that one woman, and she really was mad at me for calling it awesomism. There's nothing awesome about it, and she's yelling at me. And afterwards I was so upset about it, and I thought, how dare you, all these people, all these other autistics that are standing here, are all feeling good about themselves because they were all just sharing something positive. And you wanted to throw something negative in. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's something she has to work through. Don't let other people's negativity affect you. Affect other people through your positivity. Right, Peyton?
Yeah.
Peyton went through a really difficult time a couple years ago. One of his dear friends passed away suddenly.
Yeah, sadly.
And it was really hard on him. She was such a sweet girl. And you know what? They bonded together. There's this autism friendship group. And if one positive thing came out of it, you guys are all closer now.
Yeah, we are. And we were utterly in shock when we heard that she died. Like, I was in a complete shock when I heard that. Ugh.
Yeah, but they've all bonded together, and they've all gotten to be closer friends, and they talk every day, even though they don't all live by each other.
Indeed.
They FaceTime each other. That's awesomism. You use a negativity to form a positivity. And her mother said to me, because everybody was sharing pictures and love and everything about her, and her mother said to me, "This is so beautiful. She had such an impact on so many people's lives." And she said, as hard as it is for us, what we're going through, to know that she caused that much love and that much care among the rest of them, she said, that's beautiful. That's what we have to do. We have to find the awesomism, positivity, in negativity. Don't let other people tell you what you can't do. You tell yourself what you can do. Okay?
Yeah. And without faith in the positivity, it gets harder.
It does. It really does. And we've struggled with a lot of things in our life. And we've all made mistakes. Everybody's made mistakes. But you know what? You can't keep looking in the rearview mirror. You got to go forward. And if we can help you in any way, reach out to us at Team Awesomism, AWESOMISM.com. We also have an app, but right now we're in the process of completely redoing it. We're going to have really exciting things on there. And that'll be coming out in the fall, September, October timeframe. But for now, just go to teamawesomism.com. And if we can ever help, or you want to be on our podcast, or you want to help us spread awesomism, you've got a story to share, we'd love to hear it. Because you know what? Everybody listening to this is awesome. You really are.
Yes, you are.
So
you're awesome.
Yeah, you are. I'm going to tell one more story, and then we're going to thank everybody. Peyton and I were in Costco. Remember this?
Yes.
In Claremont, Florida. We were sitting at a table, My husband was off with a friend of ours who was from another country, and it was the first time she had been to Costco. So we had taken her around. We were tired because we were taking her all over the place. We were sitting there, and this gentleman and his adult son kept looking at us. We got up to leave, and the father stopped us, and he said, "Are you guys Team Awesomism?" And we said, "Yeah." We didn't have our shirts on. We usually wear them. And he said, "My son recognized you." And we were like, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah, he loves your stuff." And he jumped up and he said, "I'm awesome. I'm awesome. I'm awesome."
Yes, he did. How awesome is that?
It was. Both Peyton and I cried. It was so touching. And we suddenly realized it just takes one person to push that positivity, that awesomism, and you can change. And that father thanked us for helping his son feel like he is awesome. Because you know what? He is. You are too. So thank you so much for sharing your time. Thank you, Sarah, for doing this. Like, you're just so amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And if we can ever help, reach out. Thank you.